This is the latest Greeneye project. What we're doing is we're taking a FedEx truck and we're turning it into a mobile people and equipment hauler for a acrobatic ninja group. You can check them out at nandatown.com or check them out on YouTube. Just type in Nanda and you'll be able to see what they do. They're going to be traveling the West Coast, but they needed a good rig to do it in. With their budget, I suggested that they could do a vegetable oil conversion and have comfortable seating and be able to move and do a green tour in a FedEx truck, a used FedEx truck. Okay, so this is the stock motor. It's a 12 valve Cummins diesel, and it already has a heated fuel filter on it. But what we did is we added in it, actually made it a 3-tank system. It's going to have a dirty tank that will filter to a clean tank that's going to go to the motor as a veg oil, and then the diesel. So pretty simple on this motor. It has a lift pump that pumps from the lift pump up to the injection pump and into the motor. So all I had to do to bypass this filter was put this line here to a switch and then hook this up to the other side of the switch so that we could input our vegetable oil in a T actually right about here. If we just replace this with a T, that's all I'm doing, either selecting diesel or veg. But the veg side is completely heated by the coolant, and I'll show you that on the other rig. Okay, so as we come inside, these were designed with a wall and a door and shelves inside in the back. Roll-up door in the very back. It's got 14 feet of storage inside, and then you have the cabin up front and with your control panel and a seat. And so we'll move into where to show you what we did to make it more comfortable for them. And welcome. So what we did in here is we took out that aluminum divider wall. We had to reinforce the walls so that we could attach our wood paneling. There's also soundproofing, deadening, and insulation in there. We got this nice RV couch. They have a bunk or storage up on top. There's 12-volt lighting, also 110 lighting through 110 power through an inverter. The driver's door is now stationary, and there's a window here. And up front, the driver's seat isn't in because we're still working on finishing the last of the component install on the and wiring. But basically, there'll be a driver's seat here, and there'll be a passenger's van seat over here. Alright, so here we are at our veg converted rig. This is the one that has a nice interior in it. Open up and show you what we did. So this is your water bottle for the sprayers for the wipers. That was located over here. What we did is we moved all of that over there, and on this side we inputted our switches, a fuel filter that's got a coolant loop heat on it, a hot plate heat exchanger down here that also heats the fuel, and then the veg fuel itself travels inside this aluminum line all the way back to the tank that has coolant traveling through it, so it's heated all the way to the tank. And you can see on our inputs on this filter, this is what I was talking about. Put a new line on this filter down here, and that line goes all the way up to that switch that I was talking about. So when it's in diesel mode, that fuel line goes filtered diesel into the switch back to the motor. And when the switch is activated by a switch on the inside of the rig, then it goes vegetable oil, which comes through here, goes into the heat exchanger, into the filter, heated by this, out of the filter, and then straight into the motor. Okay, so here we are in the back of the rig. We got 7 feet of storage. This is the back side of the wall for the other part. And here's our dirty tank setup. So I have a 52-gallon tank. It's turned up right. They can put their dirty fuel in here. I have a clean out down there. Same style of filter, heated by the coolant back here. So it's going to pick up the fuel from the tank, and there's a little pump back here that will transfer it to the same, it's the exact same tank, but it goes up flat underneath the rig on the inside, and that'll be our clean tank. So they got 7 feet of storage, 7 feet wide, rolling door, and then you have your dirty tank. So they have 100-gallon capacity, approximately 1,200–1,400 miles in range.